the success in New England over the last few decades, and this crowd has never been more enthusiastic. A moment ago, the Pats emerged from their locker room. They are set as they'll square off with the Miami Dolphins. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Tua sets up to pass it. He's got a 1st down past the 30. Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker complete. And all the way up to the 37-yard line. A good pickup there, 21 yards. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Tua with a quick throw, caught out wide. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Gun on 3rd down. Here's Tua. He'll get this into the hands of Breida. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the 1st.
Obviously, they didn't get everything they wanted on that completion, but they put themselves in a spot where you've got to at least think about going for it. I know where we are on the field, but still, you've got to think about it, don't you?
And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. Newton and the Patriots with a 1st and 10 at the 20. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
When you're lateral to the line of scrimmage, linebackers keep those shoulders square so they can go up and down. But when it's time to go, turn your shoulders just like a running back. Get through the line and hit the runner in the backfield.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They'll run with a former Super Bowl hero. It's James White. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 3rd down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard.
13.
Now it's Newton going to keep it himself. Rumbling past the 30. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that. And here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game and all.
Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings this one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line. So not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move.
And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. And oh boy, not a good sight here. So much talk of Tua's injury last year at Alabama, and he is slow to get up here. Boy, not what you want to see in Q1 of the new year. We'll be back. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Deatrich Wise Jr. in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs. Now leads to a 3rd and long. Working out of the gun, Fitzpatrick. Fine work by the Patriot D there, and it's 4th down.
Absolutely no disguise on that one. They just went for it. Put him out there and said, go deep. Let's try and hit him. Unfortunately, to no avail.
Jason Sanders on for the field goal. A 38-yard attempt.
The kick by Sanders is good. And the Dolphins will jump out to a 3-0 lead. So a good kick there. They put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the 3.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Now Harris. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a 1st down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They will run with White out of the shotgun. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
On 2nd and 12, Newton on the left side, a catch by White. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
Complete to James White.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Out of the gun, Newton. Throw left side complete. That's White. And he will have a Patriots 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Patriot 1st down. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory.
On the keeper.
2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down.
To the 49-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Dolphins 3. Patriots nothing.
A four-receiver look here. 3 out to the left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 8. A shotgun snap for Newton. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Damiere Byrd, the intended receiver. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Looking for Harry. He airs it out deep. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. N'Keal Harry, 49 yards. And the Patriots have taken the lead. And this is up and good to make it 7-3.
Makes the score Patriots 7, Dolphins 3.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And he'll get this one up to the 26. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Foreseeing completion on 1st down, then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. It's John Simon with a sack.
Well, that's the 2nd time he's been sacked so far in the 1st half. And if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so he can throw the football.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And now Edelman. Found good room to run there. Returns it 14 yards. And the Patriots take over.
At their own 34-yard line.
New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time. A drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. The throw over the middle, taken in. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete. Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
On first down, here's Breida. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Tua going to hand this one to Breida. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on third down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. When the rookie QB gets his first touchdown pass, that's one you put in the trophy case. First career interception, that's going to be one he wants to forget.
Yeah, and he's not going to go ask for the football, right? No. Yeah, you can keep that one. The key for him, what does he learn from it? When he watches the tape, does he have an answer right now where he already understands what mistake he made? That's what the coaches are going to want to know, and that's what they'll grill him on and see how he grows from it.
It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards the 2-minute warning.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason, and runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
And now the Pats' leading rusher the past 2 seasons, it's Sony Michel. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
At the Dolphins' 9-yard line.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. On 2nd and a couple, Newton looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. Picked up by Bobby McCain, and he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. After the turnover, it's Tua. They'll set up a screen for Breida. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
First down, Dolphins.
Tua now on first down. And his throw here's incomplete. The intended receiver was Jakeem Grant. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Tua once again here on 2nd and 10. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Tua setting up shop to throw again. He's airing it out for Williams. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw again, Newton. And he's going to have the hook up here with Harry. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
And they'll continue to look for more catches like that from N'Keal Harry. He was New England's first pick in the 2019 draft. Had a disappointing rookie season, though. Only 12 catches for 105 yards and just 2 touchdowns. With his talent and his potential, this team needs him to step up.
And he'll be corralled right around the 34. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
Patriots, first down. 1st and 10 at the...
To the air again, Newton. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. Jacoby Myers, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down.
Jones on the coverage.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. A final shot before the break, Newton. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, we'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with Harris. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Harris, the ball.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now here's another carry for Harris. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. Cam's going to run on the option. Space to maneuver at the 40. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 17 yards there for the Patriots as they've got themselves a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football. Sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They'll try the air now with Newton. Looking for Harry. He airs it out. This is caught inside the 15. It's a big play there for the Patriots. 44 yards.
They came out with an aggressive mindset to start the third quarter, and I wouldn't be surprised to see them take more of these type of deep shots as this game moves along. They connected there. They expect to connect on more before this one's over.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Lee. Not much there, only a yard.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Here's Newton. That's complete to his running back, Burkhead. And the Patriots are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. The Patriot passing game is rolling. They've got another 1st down. They'll try to run with Harris. And he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriot score. Taking it in from 2 yards out, and the Patriots add on to their lead. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Now this will make it into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. From the gun, it's Tua. He's going to let one go deep for Parker. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Jackson. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
A throw left side to start the drive is complete. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. The 2 big plays right in succession as this one goes for 27.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post route run, they do not like to let it end without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it, and he got it. A throw by Newton going to be caught by Harry. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 10 more there and another 1st down.
Well, so far, little to no resistance by the defense on this drive alone. 3 passes, 3 completions, 3 1st downs. They're taking it to him, and it's paying off.
1st down, here's White. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5.
From the gun, here's Newton. And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And now look at him go. And he will bring it back It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown. That's tough there, starting to mount a good drive. Quarterback lets his guard down for just a moment, and it's going to bite him.
Yeah, I was just about to remark how control of the game they were here in this third quarter, but that return for 6 points, we now have a game again.
Now Tua, and he's got it. So the drive for 2 successful, and with it, they're back within a field goal.
Dolphins 11. Jason Sanders.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this carries into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
They told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
First down, and they go back to Harris. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackle him. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
On 2nd down, Michel. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Here's a quick throw out left. It's complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
Patriots. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. A big play there. 47 yards. And the Patriots add 6 to their lead. And it's no good on the PAT. So they can't add on here. And our score is going to stay right where it is. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. A fairly short kick from the 14. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see. And this is caught by Parker for a Miami touchdown.
Pass complete.
Devontae Parker, 48 yards. And the Dolphins able to get this back within a touchdown.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting. But I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. Now, the bad news for them, they've seen that cushion they once had totally evaporate, and they're working from behind. The good news, they now have the opportunity to regain the lead right back. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. The defense was ready for the run-pass option, diagnosed it perfectly.
Not only did they stack him up at the point of attack, but he was met by a host of light-colored jerseys.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Newton now to throw. He's going to let this go deep for Lee. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he finally goes out of bounds across the opposite 40.
Running their plays over and over during the week can often get robotic for an offense, but on game day they can often flow smoothly, as that one just did.
Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
Back to the air, Newton on 2nd down. He completes it right side to White. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
Well, that wasn't exactly a work of art, was it?
No, that wasn't a thing of beauty. That's just why I don't play in points per reception fantasy leagues.
Is that what they call PPR?
The receiver still gets a point there, yeah. And you went that far back, no bueno.
Well, I'll tell you what, I wish I had their defense on my fantasy game.
Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. The Patriots send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 20-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside, as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down.
And 10 at the 20-yard line.
Now Tua, a big spot for the rookie from Alabama. Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off by Adrian Phillips. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Through 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
They'll run again with Harris. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Sometimes I forget how much information he has to go through before the ball's even snapped. But what a diagnosis right there. Saw the play, shot through the gap like a rocket, and ends up spilling it for a loss.
A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal. They'll try to run it in. Michel. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Pats take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in.
Michael Badgley lining up.
Able to punch it in on 3rd down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating, will we have to make the call? They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. Boy, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. Jerome Baker, the Dolphins' leading tackler a season ago, tallies another one.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. A quick throw finding Lee out wide. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. But you said it earlier in the quarter when we saw a broken tackle then that we might see some missed tackles here early on in week 1, and that's another one right there.
Yeah, not a surprise at all. It will even out as the season extends because everyone will get used to the play speed. But right now, here in the early season, the advantage definitely goes to the offense.
And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And the Patriots are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle made at the 10-yard line. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now a quick throw out wide to Myers. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Touchdown. From 10 yards out. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. I think all teams probably like seeing that schedule for the first time, looking at week 1. Oh, good, we're at home. This is why you want to be home in week 1. They're looking sharp.
And I agree with you totally. That's what you want. But there carries a little extra pressure with that as well because you and I both know protecting the home field, winning your home games is paramount in this league. So you go into it, yeah, we want it, but now you actually have to go out and prove it.
Yeah, 2 sides to that coin, and looking like they're going to protect it here in this one. Fielded in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
You can't block me. You can't block me. 59 mark.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Tagovailoa. Flushed out right. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out.
And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Eric Rowe. Past the 20. 10, and he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, but...
Oh, and now they're going to fake it.
Okay, they went for the fake off of the extra point attempt. It's a long way to go, and they didn't get there. Didn't get it completed successfully. Did someone dare them to do that? Did someone double dog dare them
I was
to do
going to
that?
ask you,
What was
maybe
that?
they saw something on film, but do you see something on film with those to try something from the 15 on a PAT? I don't know.
The only thing they needed to see on film there was a snap, a hold, and someone kicking the ball through the post.
5-yard line.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Now, this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. On the option, here's Newton. And once again, the Dolphin defense holds firm as they'll stop him behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting 1 more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's 3rd down.
Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. Again, Newton to keep it. A quick toss out right, and they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. The Patriots send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. And he uncorks a beauty. Best of the day. Returnable for Grant. And now off to the races down the right side. And he's going to take it all the way into the end zone. What a return, and they've taken the lead. Problem for them, they needed that score with a little more time left on the clock. I think just too little too late now.
I would agree with that, and we're programmed never to say never. But in this case, we're asking a lot for them to even think they have a chance.
Dolphins.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there.
Today's final score.
So this will wind up a victory for the New England Patriots. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for New England, a win's a win as they eke out the 2-point victory to take the season opener. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for